Good afternoon. My name is Becki Young, and I manage the business immigration practice at Grossman Young and Hammond, a boutique immigration law firm in the Washington, D.C. area. I'm here with our managing attorney, Nikki Whetstone, and we're here to talk about the H-1B proclamation that was issued on Friday evening. Around 7 p.m., the administration released a proclamation about H-1Bs that imposed a $100,000 fee on H-1B petitions. And it caused a lot of confusion and chaos over the weekend. We received some clarifications over the weekend. We spent most of the day Saturday talking to clients about how we interpreted the proclamation. There was a clarification by the White House as well as by USCIS, the immigration agency, CBP, the customs agency, and the State Department that issues visas. So we do have some more information about the proclamation. Our office issued an alert on Friday night with the information that we knew at that point, but we wanted to provide an update. There will be a written update, but we also wanted to share with you this video update. And it is the 22nd of September at 2 p.m. The situation is changing rapidly, so I just want to put that time marker into this video. So Nikki, can you tell us about the clarifications that were released by the U.S. government over the weekend?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Becki. So the first clarification we received is confirming that the proclamation only applies prospectively. So, meaning that it only applies to H-1B petitions filed on or after September 21st, 2025 for beneficiaries who are outside the U.S. The second clarification we received is that it does not apply to current H-1B beneficiaries. So those with a pending or approved H-1B petition are not subject to the new requirements. The third clarification we received is that travel is unaffected for current visa holders. So individuals who already hold valid H-1B visas may travel internationally and re-enter the U.S. as they normally would. The new guidance clarifies that the proclamation does not apply to these individuals on re-entry. And the final clarification we received was that the proclamation does not apply to certain visa renewals, extensions, or changes of status. So the restrictions only apply to new petitions and visas. The fee does not apply to cases filed for individuals already in the U.S. seeking to extend their H-1B status or change their status to H-1B. The fee also does not apply to those with an H-1B petition approved before September 21st, 2025, and are now applying to renew their H-1B visa at a U.S. consular post abroad.
Thanks, Nikki. So I think those clarifications were helpful, and they did answer some of the open questions that we had, but there are still some questions remaining. Nikki, can you talk about the questions that we still have about Friday's proclamation?
Yeah, sure. So there are definitely still some questions that remain unclear, including what constitutes a new H-1B petition. So, for example, does the proclamation apply to beneficiaries who are not currently in the U.S. in H-1B status, but they've previously held H-1B status and are applying for that unused time? Another question is whether the proclamation applies to H-1B cap-exempt petitions. How exactly will international travel impact beneficiaries of petitions filed on or after September 21st, 2025? And finally, does the new fee apply to beneficiaries currently outside the U.S. with a valid H-1B visa, but whose petition is filed on or after September 21st?
Thanks, Nikki. So as you can see, there are still some big questions that remain. We do hope that there will be further clarifications from the administration this week, and we also do expect that there will be lawsuits filed this week. In the meantime, at least for now, we do recommend that H-1Bs travel at their own risk. There are definitely risks involved in traveling at this moment. While the current guidance does say that current visa holders are unaffected, there are a lot of individuals in that, for example, each customs officer is an individual person. And so there's a lot of confusion still, and there's always a risk and a possibility that that you could encounter an issue traveling on an H-1B, at least this week, or maybe in the coming weeks until there's further guidance issued, we do advise clients to travel at their own risk. The most conservative route, of course, is to avoid travel altogether. Obviously, that's not practical for everyone. So, Nikki, can you talk about what we would suggest if for those individuals who do need to travel?
Yeah, absolutely. So for employees who must travel outside the United States, we recommend carrying documentation confirming that the proclamation does not apply to them, does not apply to current H-1B visa holders. Our firm offers travel representation for both domestic and international trips. We can also prepare a legal memo to present to a CBP officer upon return to the United States if questions were to arise, which may help minimize delays or any misunderstandings. So definitely reach out to our firm for more information on these services.
Thanks, Nikki. So, just to summarize the key takeaways, the latest is that current H-1B workers should not be impacted by Friday's proclamation, that the $100,000 fee applies only to petitions filed on or after September 21st, and that travel remains possible for current visa holders, though, as we've discussed, strong caution is advised. So that concludes our video update. We hope this information has been helpful to you, and please do feel free to reach out to our office for a consultation if you have questions or require further clarifications. Have a nice day.